Hey, what up, y'all? Y'all know what it is, you know who it is. Charger Conversations. With your mans and them, your uncle, Hostile Takeover. I did my last video on hypergamy, and coincidentally, earlier this morning, I found out hypergamy won again. It always does. So, what are we talking about? Congresswoman Lauren Boebert, the dumb bitch. Yeah, I said it. She's fucking ignorant. She filed for divorce from her husband. Anybody who doesn't know who she is, she's a Republican congresswoman from Colorado. Married a pedo. He has a conviction for exposing himself to young girls at a bowling alley. She married him anyway. She was probably one of the young girls. She's always talking about family values, this, that, and the third, and rule of law and order. But she's been arrested more times than Tupac. She has a GED. Her oldest kid has a baby on the way. She's about to be a grandmother in her 30s, but she's talking about all this traditional bullshit. And she has filed for divorce from her husband. I told you, there's grifters everywhere. I told you all that shit. You just got to be able to see it. But this non-high school graduate with a GED got a job making $175,000 a year. She just got elected last year. She got elected to her second term in Congress. So by the end of this term, she will have made about $700,000 in 4 years. Her husband ain't making that. So, what is she doing? She's off to greener pastures. She probably already found someone, blowing her back out, whatever, because a lot of times women who divorce have already found someone else. So that wouldn't surprise me at all. Like, not even a little bit. But, again, always talking about family values, this, that, and the third. The two junior Congress members talking about that shit. Ironically, they're both female, and they both got elected at the same time. They're both in the middle of their second term. One got caught cheating and got divorced. The other one is filing for divorce, and we have no details about why or anything like that. But I'm sure that shit will come out. But regardless of all that shit, hypergamy has won again. She's looking for someone that's better than her, that she can look up to. Period. After, I don't know how many years of marriage, I didn't look it up, and multiple kids, I think they have 4. Her life changed for the better. For her life, not their life. Her life changed for the better. And now she's out. Like I said, embrace hypergamy. There's a reason that she thinks she can do better. Because she did better. But I promise you, this chick is not going to be a long-serving congressman. I promise you this. She's not going to make a career out of this. She barely won her last election. She might not win this one, and if she does win the next one, it'll be her last. She will do 6 years in Congress at the most. And the only way that's not gonna ring true is if she turns tradcon feminist. What's tradcon? Traditional conservative, right? And here's the thing, it's not going to be much of a switch. It's really not. People think it is, it's not. Tradcons are very close to being feminists anyway. The only difference really is how they go about it. Tradcons blame men for everything. It's men's fault. Is some shit men's fault? Of course. Is it all men's fault? Man, fuck no. But they're a prime example of what has been called the horseshoe theory, where feminists and tradcons are, for the most part, on very, very opposite ends of the spectrum. And the horseshoe theory says that the further you are to one extreme or the other, the closer you actually are in baseline ideology. So, with that said, the only way she'll do more than 6 years in Congress is if she turns tradcon feminist and starts blaming men for everything, while still swearing up and down that she's about traditional family values and rule of law, all this other bullshit. She's gonna have to literally play both sides of the Republican coin to stay in office. But back to hypergamy. Her life changed for the better, and now she thinks she can do better. And she's very willing to test that theory out and go out and see what's on the market. Because she thinks she can do better. Can she? If she does, she'll be the exception to the rule. I really doubt it. I very seriously doubt she can do any better than her husband. But more and more people are willing to take that chance, get back on the dating market, this, that, and the third. Personally, I think she's going to be in the same position as these divorced TikTok moms complaining that there are no good men out there. When really all she's looking for is a simp. It's going to be real interesting because, at least personally, it'll be interesting for me. Not that I'm going to follow it real close, but most of the quote-unquote traditional men are, conservative leaning, but also most of the red pill men are conservative leaning. Red pill guys ain't gonna take on a divorced mom of 3 or 4 kids. Not gonna happen. The guy she's looking for is actually really rare. She's looking for a Republican simp. And that's just the facts of it. She's looking for a Republican simp, but at the same time, she's also looking for somebody in a better position in life than she is, and that includes financially. What percentage of men make more than $175,000 a year? What, less than 5? So let's go over this unicorn that she's looking for. She's looking for a top 5% earner who is a Republican, which those two kind of go hand in hand, because people who make money want to keep money. And a lot of those guys vote Republican strictly on the monetary aspect. But do they all those guys that vote Republican for the monetary aspect, are they actually conservative, socially conservative? Not necessarily. I know of a few, at least a few pockets of California, at least out here, that are where the people make money, like good money, and they vote Republican on the monetary aspect, but socially, those areas are super liberal. More liberal than the town I live in, for instance. But she's looking for a top 5% earner who is socially Republican, not just monetarily, or not just doing it for, voting for politicians who are better for their pockets or their business interests. So she needs a social Republican, a social conservative, and the guy can't be red pill, and he has to be okay with supporting multiple children from another man, and okay with her diverting her resources to her grandchild. If she went on Fresh and Fit, or as I call them, Fed and Fraud, if she went on Fed and Fraud and they used the female delusion calculator on her, she'd get 5 cat bags. I promise you. I promise you. So when I said no matter what, women want to be hypergamous, I wasn't playing. I wasn't playing at all. I promise you, if her husband made more money than she did, she would not be getting divorced right now. I promise you this. But she thinks that, like a lot of women her age do, that there's some magical, mythical unicorn of a guy out there that's gonna sweep her off her feet, her and her kids, blah blah blah. It's not gonna fucking happen, y'all. The odds are so fucking against this shit. But what did I tell you? A lot of women don't realize that they've hit the wall, and that women who have hit the wall and don't realize it in their 30s, that's when they do, the women that do it, that's when they do their cheating, that's when they do, the divorce and try to level up husband-wise, all that. That's when they do that shit. I wasn't playing. This shit is factual. So, what's this mean? It means I'm fucking right again. That's what the fuck it means. It means that I've seen this shit 50 million times, it seems like. And to this day, it still holds true. Let me know what y'all think, though. For real. Hit me hit me with the comments and let me know if you think I'm right, if you think I'm wrong, where I'm right or wrong at. Let's go. Chop it up. But my wife has a day off. I'm going to take my ass home, spend the day with her, and get some sleep for the night job. All right. Middle fingers up. Be safe, stay dangerous. Peace.